Alright guys, so we're out here at the soccer field, and yeah, I know it's boring out here. No jumps, no hills. I do have the Woogie Nitro board. I think I might use it a little bit on with the Tekno. We're out here with the Picco P3 modified. I'm sorry, not the P3, the Picco Boost 0.28 modified, and I want to just try and get it dialed in a little bit. I'm not going to run it too hard because she's still, she's still being broke in. But if y'all remember my video from the Hyper 7 Learns to Fly, there's where the Hyper 7 went through the plywood with very minimal damage. Just a testament to that platform. Anyway, we may put this up. I had left this here. I didn't want to try and put it in my Honda again. I had hid it behind the trash cans, and they were grateful enough to leave it here for me. So maybe we will put it back out there. I had propped it on those benches over there, so maybe I'll turn it around where I'm not hitting this part first and see if we can jump the Tekno a little bit. Maybe. I'm not really trying to tear up the Tekno. I mean, on the track is one thing, and that's hard enough on platforms as it is. But I don't know about putting the Tekno 20 feet in the air, But we'll see, maybe. But my point today is to try and get the Picco dialed in a little bit. We got the new dynamite head warmer. The second head warmer, the first one, caught on fire the first time I used it. This one's been doing pretty good. Shout out Elliot RCHQ for giving this to me. Replacing the other one with no hassles, no issues. And also I want to give a shout out to Elliot and Robbie over there for hooking me up with race tires for my MBX5 race buggy, and he got me a pretty much brand new set of Proline side locks and a set of what was the other set? My memory is terrible, guys. I'll show them to you when I get back, but he pretty much hooked me up with those race tires so I could get out there on the track and continue to learn. Probably next Monday I'll be off again, and Monday morning we'll get back out on the track with the MBX5. I'm still doing some work on it. I know there were a lot of comments about when I was doing the video, my last video. The tune is great on the P5 that's in the MBX5. I think what the issue, a lot of people told me bring it up to heat, you have to have heat in it, and I did. It was at 100 and I think it's 173, 177, which should be enough heat to where it's not going to shut off. I don't think that was the issue. There's two issues I think it might be. I think, for one, I need to run a hotter plug, and that we are going to do. I think I'm running a medium plug in there, the CT06, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the reds. I'm trying to stick my hobby shop, Elliot, shout out to him, told me the P3 is probably the best plug to run, but I do want to stick Italian with Italian and Chinaman with Chinaman. So I don't want to put an OS plug in a Novorossi engine. I personally do not think there's any issue with it. OS P3 plug is an awesome plug. It's a hot plug, and it'll run great in there. It'll do what I need it to do, but I can never go back to a Novorossi plug once I do that. So I have one Nova Rex Legend 28.8 that I broke in and started out with the P3, and that plug will always be run in that Novorossi number 1. But I think from here on out, I'm going to try and run strictly Italian plugs with Italian engines, and Chinaman plugs with Chinaman engines. So in my OSs and that type of stuff, I will run the LRP, will run the OS plugs and the LRP plug for the LRP. But I mean, there's no problem with running a P3 in here. It's a hot plug, it's a great plug. But shout out Family Affair, the Reds T3 ultra hot plug is probably the plug I'm going to start running in all my Italian engines. I'm just not having great luck with the Novorossi plugs. But what I'm getting to is the reason that it was shutting down was such a good tune. It had a great idle. It was it ran all the way through the power band perfect. A lot of, the smoke trail was good in it. It's either the plug needs to be hotter, or as Family Affair pointed out to me, it's still probably tight. So, and that's what he's leaning towards, and I think he's right that I need to run another quart through the P5, and I probably won't have that issue anymore. But I will start running the Reds T3 plugs in all my Italian engines. It's an Italian plug, Italian engine. There won't be an issue. I'm just not too keen on the Nova plugs, man. I haven't had good luck with them, and yeah, that's pretty much the way it's going to be. So I know you guys will probably have some comments about that, but as far as my intentions, that's what's going to go down. So let me try and get this thing heated up. I know it's not going to get heated all the way to where I want it to be, but and I meant to bring a sock out here with me to cover it more, but we'll get it up to temp as best we can, and see if we can't dial this thing in. So give me a few minutes, guys, and we will get back. I'll get back to y'all, and we'll start dialing it in a bit. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right, guys. So she's still running a little bit rich. That's good. Kind of bogging in the middle. Not really bogging, but just I think she's just rich. I spilled a little fuel too, so let's lean her out a little bit. The low's pretty good. And I need to check the stock specs on this, because the factory specs, because it was a brand new engine, but it didn't come from the factory. It was bought on bid on eBay, and then I bought it from that person. My good friend David, who I appreciate very much. So I'm not sure where the mid-range needle is supposed to be. It's going through fuel pretty quick. Oh, also last night, guys, I went ahead and I didn't tell you all this. I put the leakin spur gear and redid the center diff 100K. So we're running a 48T center diff and a 16 bell. And I am not pinning it, guys. I feel a little bit of drizzle. I'm not pinning the throttle. I'm not going to do that for a while. Just seems in the mid that it's a little gurgly. Badlands or pizza cutting. Man, I may have a fuel tank leak, guys. I spilled a little bit of fuel on top, but there seems like a lot of fuel. Seems like a lot of fuel in here. I did change my fuel lines yesterday. I need to buy a new tank. I need to get a new tank for the Tekno. She's sounding pretty good right there. She's not acting like she has a fuel leak. She's a little lean on top. Alright guys, I think I have a fuel leak. I'm not sure where, but we definitely have a lot of fuel in the chassis. So I'm gonna run it one more time just because I'm out here. I don't know why. I changed the fuel lines last night, but I can't see why that would give me a fuel leak. Yep. Yeah. Pretty sure we got a fuel leak. Let me hit it one more time before we go, since I'm out here. It's not good, guys. Still not pinning it, guys. I'm bringing her down, guys. I'm riching it up a little bit on the high. I don't want to run it too lean. Being new and all, I'm not pegging the throttle still. But we definitely have a fuel leak, so I'm not going to be able to tune it today. It'll be a false tune. I don't want to run it out of gas, guys. It's low on gas. It's terrible. Fuel leak. Sucks. Alright, guys. I think I'm not going to continue to try to tune it because it has a fuel leak. And let me just show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. That's it for today. I'm not gonna do anything more. I've got to find out why this thing has a fuel leak, It's the original Tekno. The original Tekno tank. But take a look. I'm not going to destroy this engine. You can look at it, man. There's fuel everywhere. It's all down here. So I'm get this thing loaded up. I'll get it home, tear it down, and we'll order a new tank for it. Make sure that's the issue. I think it is. Yeah, definitely a fuel leak. I don't know if you guys could hear that. I need to replace this tank. So that's going to be it for today. I apologize. I wanted to get out here and start tuning this thing, but that's all we're going to do until I get a new tank ordered and get it here at the house. So that'll be it for the Picco 0.28 modified Picco Boost until we get this issue taken care of. So alright guys, till then, again, shout out Elliot Radio Control Headquarters for taking care of me and helping me out with tires and parts and stuff like that. You guys are badass, man. If you guys are in San Antonio, Texas ever, go ahead and swing by RCHQ Radio Control Headquarters. They got a really cool track out there. If you go back and look on YouTube, you can see some races out there, electric and nitro. And you guys can check out the track. It's been reconfigured, so it's a little bit different, but you guys will get the picture. So shout out Elliot, Robbie, Radio Control Headquarters, Phil, Doug, Alfonso, Trevor, all you guys, man. Shout out. You're all badass, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I've come a long way since the day I walked in there 5 or 6 years ago with a little Remo Hobby electric buggy. And, you know, I've come from that, gone through my LSTs. You know, I've built 8, 9, 10 LSTs from scratch. All my Traxxas, my T-Max, my X-Max, my E-Revos, my Revos. You name it, I've done it. And this is my passion right now, 1/8 scale, truggies and buggies, and trying to get into some next level modified stuff right here. But don't get me wrong, I love all nitro, I love electric, I love all RC. Even thinking about getting an airplane. I've seen some pretty badass large scale planes, and we'll get into the boat once I get everything resituated in the boat. We'll get that on the river this coming summer. So again, guys, appreciate y'all, and we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.